Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to create another art journal in my Jane Davenport canvas book. The pages are quite thick and they take many mediums quite comfortably. Today I'm not going to use any paint. I prepared a lot of paper mediums actually. Here's a paper pad and some napkins, some tissue paper. I might not use them all, but probably you got the color scheme. I want a brownish woody background, and then I will work on my focal points in tones of pink. This tissue paper is from Stamperia. It has a wooden design on it and it works perfectly for my idea. This year flamingos were so trendy, so I found this flamingo on a paper napkin and my idea is to use it somehow. I'm sticking down my tissue paper with matte medium. I can also tell you, you will find list of supplies that I'm using today down below at the description area or in my blog as usual. It's all ready now. The color is a little bit light for me, so I'm going to darken it up with my inks. This is Oxide ink vintage photo from Distress. The paper is quite thin because it's tissue paper, so I need to be careful. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can and I'm just covering all my page with this color. As you see, I tore a couple of places, but it's okay. I will just put a couple of pieces, the same tissue paper, and I will stick it on top of these places. It works quite okay. No one will ever know except you and me. Now I'm bringing another ink pad. This is Memento. The color I'm using is rich cocoa. I wanted the edges to be even darker, that's why I'm going with this color. My background is ready, as you see, quite nice and easy with just a couple of inks and tissue paper. Now it's time to work on my focal points. Again, I'm taking my napkins. They are all ready. So I had the idea of using one flamingo, but now I'm thinking it would be quite good to use two, one each side, and then I love these flowers as well. They are so vibrant, it would be a shame not to use them. So I will use them in a way. I am planning the layout as we go here. I just had the idea of using the flamingo on a wooden surface, but I didn't plan for the rest. So it just came to my mind to use all these elements and two flamingos. So I'm removing the backing of the napkins. If I stick it on the dark surface now, it will be lost, the back will show through. So I'm sticking my napkins on a white cardstock to make them sturdier as well. So I will cut and glue them on my journal. I sticked my two flamingos and the flowers, then I cut them as you see here. Now they are thick enough to work with and glue them on my surface. This will also allow me not to tear them and damage them. As you see, I cut the flamingos with the flowers down. They are like standing behind them. I will stick each flamingo on each side of my journal book. And I decided to use these flowers extra on top of the journal. This will also allow me to make a cohesive color scheme. There will be pink elements down and pink elements up so that there will be unity on my art journal. I decided to stick them in the middle, again symmetrically on each side. This is something that I took from a scrapbook paper pad, completely unrelated. I was going through my stash and I found this sticker set. It's kind of a stick, and I thought I could stick these. It was long, I cut it in half. I am sticking it on each side, and I thought I can stick my sentiments like a flag attached to these sticks. Meanwhile, I have these flowers that I love from Martha Stewart. These are stickers as well. I thought I will put them as additional to my other flowers. Now I will show you another source of inspiration and pictures. This is Daphne's diary. It's a magazine that's full of interesting things like travel spots, crafting ideas, additional elements like scrapbooking papers, stickers. Daphne is a woman who's interested in all these things, and she puts out a magazine every month, I think, if I'm not wrong. I will put the links down below where you can purchase them. It's sold worldwide, so it's easy to access. And when I was looking through this, I saw these sentiments. They are called a happiness note, and I thought to use them in my art journals as sentiments. I cut them out. There are many of them, and I just don't like these edges, so I'm using my corner punch to just make them round. You can do this by hand as well. I just wanted to be faster. So I selected 4 of these happiness notes. You can read them on your own time. There are close-up pictures in the end, and you will see the pictures in my blog as well. They are really nice. And since my color scheme is pink and brown, I just want to go around the edges with pink ink. I'm using distress ink. So here are my sentiments. I'm using decoupage glue, just glue them down. Because I use distress inks, I'm not using matte medium. So now, as you see, my sticks are working like sticks, and these sentiments are hanging there like flags. I like finding different things in different places, like magazines, napkins, other tissue papers, scrapbook papers, and bring them together to form one project, one art journal, or anything else. And these napkins really are inexpensive. It's £1 here. They send you 4 napkins with the same visuals. I buy them from eBay. I will put the links for my UK friends to see the napkin shops. But in eBay you can search writing decoupage napkins, decoupage tissue papers. I'm sure they are available everywhere. When I was talking, I just used the same ink to color a cardstock, and I punched some butterflies. My punch is from Martha Stewart. I have some punches, not a lot, that will help me to have some very versatile images, and I find them very useful, like hearts, butterflies, fish or sea elements, things like this. So now I'm sticking down my butterflies using again decoupage glue, and it's time to do some shading now. These sticks are lost a little bit, so I need to darken up the borders of it so they come to the forefront more. I'm using my Faber-Castell Pit Brush marker in walnut brown. To even make it more visible, I'm going to go around the edges with white gel pen. I will actually do this for all my images, you will see. Here I am going around my sentiments, and then I will go around my flowers and my flamingos as well. Just when I go around the flamingos, it's very bright. I don't want that white bright border around the flamingos. So you will see that with my hand I will soften it up a little bit after I draw the line. I have a few seconds to manage the white gel pen, so I am just drawing it and smudging it with my finger a little bit. This makes the lines softer. I'm giving some polka dots to my butterflies. And I wanted to have a subtle darker border. So again I'm using the same brush pen to draw a dark brown border. And finally I'm going to do some white splashes with my Ecoline ink. I'm using a thin brush not to have big blobs of white splashes on my page. I want it to be more smaller dots. And here is the finished result. I really love the color scheme and my flamingos. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed bringing all these paper elements together. And it was a nice break from using paints. If you like my projects, don't forget to give me thumbs up down below or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That's how I know you like to see more. And I love reading your comments, and I really appreciate the time you take to write me beautiful things. Thanks a lot for watching and hope to see you next time.